wearing the Jordans today, man.
No, I had to give him a break.
On your way?
Yeah, he would. Yeah, there was nice.
Alvin Kamara, Christopher Lamont, Darren Young, and Percy Harris, C371619.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Chesnoff, Richard Schoenfeld, and Drew Finland has been admitted pro hoc vici on behalf of Mr. Kamara.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ross Goodman with Mr. Lamont, who's present with me.
David Brown with Percy Harris, who's president as well.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. John Spilotro, bar number 4134 with Mr. Darren Young, who is present at order.
All right, good morning.
Park works for the state.
All right. We're going to start with page 2, Mr. Kamara, how are the proceedings going forward today?
Your Honor, we have received a copy of the indictment, waive its reading, enter a not guilty plea, waive a right to a speedy trial, and request trial be set in the ordinary course. We would actually make a July date if that's close to the ordinary course.
All right, thank you. Mr. Kamara, please state your full legal name for the record.
Alvin Kamara.
All right, Mr. Kamara, your attorney has indicated that you're entering a plea of not guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. How old are you?
27.
How far did you get in school?
College.
Do you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any type of learning disability that affects your reading comprehension?
No, Your Honor.
Have you recently been treated for any mental health or substance abuse issues?
No, Your Honor.
Are you currently under the influence of any drug, medication, or alcoholic beverage today?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand the proceedings that are happening?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you receive a copy of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you wish to waive a formal reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand the charges against you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have an opportunity to discuss the case and the charges with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
As to the charge of one count of conspiracy to commit battery and gross misdemeanor and one count of battery or substantial bodily harm or felony, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
You have the right to a jury trial within 60 days. Would you like to invoke or waive that right?
Wait.
My record reflect the defendant has waived speedy trial rights. His trial will be set in the ordinary course. Counsel has already discussed with the state the July setting. Is that correct, Mr. Rose?
Yes, sir.
Would be calendar call July 25th at 9:30. Jury trial July 31st at 9.
Your Honor, I think to be a fly in the ointment, is there an earlier date in July?
Our stack starts July 31st.
Okay,
Previous dates would be June or August dates.
let's do the June date then, please.
There's a,
Late June, if possible.
the latest would be June 19th for that.
Okay, no. All right, then we'll take, I apologize, Your Honor, we'll take the original date.
All right, July 31st. Page 3, Mr. Lamont.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mr. Lamont is ready to proceed as well, and he's going to enter a plea of not guilty. We waive the reading of the indictment.
All right, thank you. Mr. Lamont, please state your full legal name for the record.
Christopher Lamont.
Mr. Lamont, I understand that you're entering a plea of not guilty today. Is that correct?
I can.
You're entering a plea of not guilty this
Yes,
morning?
Your Honor.
All right, how old are you?
27.
How far did you get in school?
Graduate college.
Do you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any type of learning disability that affects your reading comprehension?
No, Your Honor.
Have you recently been treated for any mental health or substance abuse issues?
No, Your Honor.
Are you currently under the influence of any drug, medication, or alcoholic beverage this morning?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand the proceedings that are happening?
Yes,
Do you receive a copy of the indictment?
Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Do you waive a formal reading of those charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand the charges?
Yes,
Do you have an opportunity to discuss the charges in the case with your attorney?
Your Honor.
As to the charge, one count of conspiracy to commit battery, a gross misdemeanor, and one count of battery, a substantial bodily harm, or felony, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
You have the right to a jury trial within 60 days. Would you like to invoke or waive that right?
Wait.
All right, record reflect the defendant has waived speedy trial rights and should be set in ordinary course.
Calendar call July 25th at 9:30. Jury trial July 31st at 9.
All right, Mr. Young, page 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, we have received a copy of the indictment. We have read it, we have reviewed it. We would waive a reading thereof, and we would waive speedy trial and not guilty plea with the same trial date.
All right, Mr. Young, please state your full legal name for the record.
Darren Christopher Young.
All right, Mr. Young, it's my understanding that you wish to enter a not guilty plea this morning. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
37.
How far did you get in school?
Graduated college.
Do you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any type of learning disability that affects your reading comprehension?
No, ma'am.
Have you recently been treated for any mental health or substance abuse issues?
No.
Are you currently under the influence of any drug, medication, or alcoholic beverage this
No,
morning?
ma'am.
Do you understand the proceedings that are happening?
Yes.
Do you receive a copy of the indictment?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you waive a formal reading of those charges?
Excuse me?
Do you waive a
Yes.
formal reading of those charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand the charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have an opportunity to discuss the charges in the case with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
As to the charge set forth in the indictment, one count conspiracy to commit battery, a gross misdemeanor, and one count battery, substantial bodily harm, and felony, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
You have the right to a jury trial within 60 days. Would you like to invoke or waive that right?
Wait.
Record reflect the defendant has waived speedy trial rights and shall be set on the same date as the co-defendants.
Calendar call July 25th at 9:30. Jury trial July 31st at 9.
Page 5, Mr. Harris.
David Brown, on behalf of Mr. Harris, we have received a copy of the indictment. We'll waive the formal reading. He also is going to waive his right to a speedy trial and enter not guilty plea today.
All right, Mr. Harris, please state your full legal name for the record.
Percy Meyer.
Mr. Harris, it's my understanding you wish to enter a not guilty plea today, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
How old are you?
34.
How far did you get in school?
Some college.
Do you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes.
Do you have any type of learning disability that affects your reading comprehension?
No.
Have you recently been treated for any mental health or substance abuse issues?
No.
Are you currently under the influence of any drug, medication, or alcoholic beverage today?
No.
Do you understand the proceedings that are happening?
Yes.
Do you receive a copy of the indictment?
Yes.
Do you waive a formal reading of those charges?
Yes.
Do you understand the charges?
Yes.
Do you have an opportunity to discuss the charges in your case with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
As to the charge set forth in the indictment, count 1, conspiracy to commit battery, which is gross misdemeanor, and count 2, battery, substantial bodily harm. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
You have the right to a jury trial within 60 days. Would you like to invoke or waive that right?
Wait, please.
Record reflect the defendant has waived speedy trial rights and should be set in ordinary course, same date as the co-defendants.
Calendar call July 25th at 9:30. Jury trial July 31st at 9.
Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank your staff, too, Your Honor.
Judge, with your permission, can I go speak to your marshal about unrelated matter? Council knows, it's just.
Understood.
Mr. Ramsey, are you ready on the matters?
You're pretty quick? Sure.
Just take a moment for the recorder to clear out.